In this video, we will talk about Delhi's first Chief Minister, the States Reorganisation Act of 1956, and how it resulted in the dissolution of Delhi's Legislative Assembly, ultimately transforming it into a union territory. We will also talk about who became Delhi's first Lieutenant Governor, how Delhi was given special status, how its Legislative Assembly was brought back, and why the Delhi government has only limited powers, while the central government still controls important matters. Let's start by talking about Delhi's first Chief Minister. Shri Chaudhary Brahma Prakash was Delhi's first Chief Minister, serving from 1952 to 1955. He was a leader from the Indian National Congress, and became Chief Minister after Delhi held its first assembly elections in 1952. Before the States Reorganisation Act of 1956, India's Constitution of 1950 categorized states and territories into Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. Delhi was a Part C state in India, meaning it was directly governed by the central government, with limited self-rule. Unlike fully autonomous states, it had minimal decision-making authority, and was administered by officials, appointed by the central government. Most of Part C states were run by chief commissioners, who acted as the top government officers, responsible for administration. The title of Lieutenant Governor was not commonly used for Part C states in the early years, but it became more relevant after States Reorganisation Act of 1956, when some of these states were reclassified as union territories. The States Reorganisation Act of 1956 changed Delhi's status from a Part C state to a union territory, resulting in the dissolution of its Legislative Assembly and the removal of the Chief Minister's position. At that time, the role of Lieutenant Governor had not yet been introduced. Instead of a Lieutenant Governor, Delhi was initially managed by a Chief Commissioner. The position of Lieutenant Governor was created later in 1966 under the Delhi Administration Act. The first person to take on this role was Shri A.N. Jha, a respected officer from the Indian Civil Service, ICS. He served as Delhi's first Lieutenant Governor from 1966 to 1972. The 69th Amendment of the Constitution, passed in 1991, gave special status to Delhi and brought back its Legislative Assembly. This change officially took effect in 1992, making Delhi the National Capital Territory, NCT. National Capital Territory, NCT, refers to a special administrative status given to Delhi under the Constitution, 69th Amendment, Act, 1991. This means that Delhi is not a full-fledged state, but it has more powers than a regular union territory. After the restoration of the Delhi Legislative Assembly, Mr. Madan Lal Khurana became the first Chief Minister of Delhi in 1993. This amendment brought back an elected Legislative Assembly and a Chief Minister for Delhi, but with limited powers. However, important matters like police, land, law and order were still controlled by the central government, not the Delhi government. The Delhi government has no control over decisions related to land ownership, usage, or allocation in the city. Instead, these matters are handled by the Delhi Development Authority, DDA, which functions under the central government and the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India. The DDA is responsible for planning and developing Delhi, deciding how land is used for housing, businesses, and industries, as well as regulating construction and building policies. It also approves real estate projects and ensures that development follows government guidelines. The Delhi government has no control over law and order, crime control, or maintaining peace in the city. The Delhi police does not report to the Chief Minister or the Delhi government. Instead, it is controlled by the central government through the Ministry of Home Affairs. This means that decisions about policing, crime investigations, and maintaining public safety are made by the central government, not the Delhi government. I have now covered all the key political events that shaped Delhi's transformation, including its first Chief Minister, first Lieutenant Governor, and how it functions as a union territory with an assembly. I'll continue adding more videos to explain other interesting educational topics and concepts in a simple and easy to understand way. Be sure to check out the other videos in this playlist for more easy to understand details.